in the UK, Lyle isn't as well known a kind of book as obviously in the US. So was it a childhood favorite of both of you, or?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
we grew up on it.
Yeah, we both kind of bonded in a weird way over it as one of the books that we loved as children, and we had sort of years ago always said we wanted to maybe eventually adapt it into a film, and we were lucky enough to kind of get the opportunity.
I mean, one thing I thought of when I sort of looked at the books is obviously it's quite a simple illustration. So to go from that to the very detailed Lyle in the movie, I mean, I don't know which one of you want to take this question, but was that the biggest challenge for you, to make a Lyle that was adorable and not scary?
A little bit, just because crocodiles, as in their resting state, are very scary and intimidating, and they don't really have a lot of expression to them. So, they're very intimidating in that they are very dead-eyed. And I think we wanted to create a character like the book that felt much warmer and more empathetic and had a real heart and humanity. And so in designing it, we wanted it to look like a real crocodile, but we wanted to take some liberty to give the spirit that the book gave to a crocodile, which was obviously a 2D illustration, but just all of that sort of loveliness.
I mean, he is adorable. And I was wondering, I read in the production notes about how you filmed that you did have an actor can you explain how you did it, so that, especially that you've got a child actor that's got to play against him, how that worked?
Yeah, I mean, I think look, when you're making a movie that has a computer generated element at the center of it, you really want to try to give it as much realism as you possibly can. And so one of the ways we did that is we had an actor stand in for him on set, so that the kids could react to him, that other actors could feel like they were acting opposite something, and also so that the filmmakers, us, knew how to frame the shots and make the scenes feel alive. So we had this wonderful guy who wore like a big Lyle head, and he had a tail, and he would sort of act in the scenes with people, and then we replaced him with a computer generated Lyle.
And eventually Shawn Mendes, who plays Lyle and is the voice in the singing voice of him. So his spirit really came alive when we cast Shawn.
I mean, when you were sort of thinking about doing the movie, when was the decision to not have Lyle talk, only to have him sing?
I think that was a decision early on because it's something in the book as well. And I think what we wanted was a character that a family could communicate with and infer a lot with him, as opposed to him laying everything out for them. Because in some ways, sometimes you just need a good listener that can guide you to change more than you need somebody doing it for you.
And strangely, Will and I kind of love characters that don't talk. One of our first short films that kind of got us a lot of attention was about a character that didn't talk. And I don't know what it is about us. We like to infer things on people.
I mean, the other thing I loved about the movie is Javier Bardem. I just thought he was fantastic. How soon in the process did you have him in mind? Because he's not automatically what you'd think for a kid's movie.
He was our very
first choice. Yeah. And we were incredibly lucky that he said yes. Because then we would have had to fight over who the next person was.
There's something about the even his name, Javier Bardem and Hector Pivvalenti, that sort of feels
rolls off the
similar
tongue. No, he's one of the greatest actors, obviously, in the world, and we knew that character needed to have sort of a weight to him, a real kind of gravitas, and he brought this incredible. He's a complex character, Hector. You love him, but you also don't trust him. And Javier was the perfect person to bring that to life.